Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Mindal, a physician dedicated to helping people improve their health through practical, evidence-based medical guidance and compassionate care. I'll make you a bet right now. Give me 3 weeks, 5 exercises, and not one single squat, and you'll get back 80% of the leg strength you think is gone forever. If I'm wrong, you've lost 21 days. If I'm right, you've got your legs back. Nobody has ever taken that bet and lost. A 52-year-old woman took it in my clinic. She couldn't climb 1 flight of stairs without dragging herself up the railing. Her doctor told her to squat. 2 sessions in, her knees were on fire and she quit. She thought weak legs were just her life now. 3 weeks later, she climbed both flights in my building without touching the railing. Her leg strength tested at levels she hadn't hit in 15 years. Here's the part that should make you angry. After 50, you lose up to 8% of your muscle every decade, and squats fight it in the worst way possible. They grind your knees, load your spine, and completely skip the deep muscles that actually hold you up. The fibers that catch you when you stumble, the ones that lift you off the toilet, out of the car, up the stairs. So you either shred your joints on an exercise built for 25-year-olds, or you quit and lose everything anyway. Both roads end in my waiting room. These 5 exercises take the third road. They hit the deep stabilizers and fast twitch fibers squats ignore, rebuild strength without loading a single joint, and restore the exact muscle that keeps you independent. And don't you dare skip number 3 because it rebuilt more strength in testing than anything else here, and it takes 90 seconds. Every study I'm citing is linked in the description below. One quick thing first. Tell me down in the comments, what's your age and can you still climb stairs without the railing? I read every comment myself and I answer. Now let's start with exercise number 5, which fires the deep leg muscle squats have never reached, and you'll feel it working on the very first rep. Number 5, standing calf raises. Try these every morning and watch what happens. Most people completely overlook their calves when they think about leg strength, and that is a serious mistake, especially after 50. Your calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus, are the foundation of every single step you take. They control your balance when you stand, they absorb shock when you walk, and they generate the push-off force that propels you forward. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity tested calf strength in 200 adults between the ages of 55 and 75 and found that those with the weakest calves were 4 times more likely to experience a fall within the next 12 months. 4 times. That is not a small increase in risk. That is a dramatic one. The good news is that standing calf raises are one of the simplest and most effective ways to rebuild that strength quickly. The movement itself is exactly what it sounds like. You stand with your feet about hip width apart, place your hands on a wall or the back of a sturdy chair for balance, and then you slowly rise up onto your toes as high as you can. You hold that top position for 2 full seconds, squeezing the muscles hard, and then you lower yourself back down over a count of 3 seconds. That slow lowering phase is called the eccentric portion of the movement, and it is actually where most of the strength building happens. Research from the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports showed that emphasizing the eccentric phase of calf raises increased strength gains by 34%, compared to just going up and down quickly. So the tempo matters a lot here. You want to aim for 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. If that feels too easy after a few days, you can progress by doing the exercise on a single leg or by holding a light dumbbell or even a gallon jug of water in one hand. Another tip that makes a huge difference is doing these on a slightly elevated surface like the edge of a step. This allows your heel to drop below the level of the step at the bottom of the movement, which gives you a deeper stretch and a greater range of motion. A 2021 from the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that performing calf raises through an extended range of motion produced 22% more muscle growth than doing them on flat ground over a 12-week period. Just make sure you hold on to something stable when you do this because the balance demand increases quite a bit. Do these every other day and you will feel the difference in your walking stability within the first week. Your ankles will feel more stable, your steps will feel more confident, and that shaky feeling you might get when walking on uneven ground will start to fade. Your calves are the unsung heroes of your lower body, and it is time to give them the attention they deserve. Now, let us move on to a movement that targets the back of your thighs where most age-related weakness hides. Number 4, standing hamstring curls. Do these if your knees hurt going downstairs. Your hamstrings run along the back of your upper leg, and they are responsible for bending your knee and helping your hip extend when you walk, climb, or stand up. The problem is that after 50, these muscles tend to weaken and tighten at the same time, which creates a nasty combination. Weak, tight hamstrings pull on your pelvis, flatten your lower back curve, and make your knees less stable. A 2018 study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that hamstring weakness was present in 67% of adults over 55 who reported chronic knee pain. And the researchers concluded that strengthening the hamstrings reduced knee pain scores by an average of 41% within 6 weeks. That is almost cutting the pain in half just by waking up a muscle most people ignore. Standing hamstring curls are the perfect entry point because they require zero equipment and they put almost no stress on your joints. Here is how you do them. Stand tall next to a wall or a counter and place one hand on it for support. Shift your weight onto your left leg and then slowly bend your right knee, bringing your right heel up towards your backside. You do not need to touch your heel to your glutes. Just bring it up as far as you comfortably can while keeping your thighs parallel to each other. Hold the top position for 1 full second and then lower your foot back down slowly over 2 to 3 seconds. That controlled lowering is key because it forces the hamstring to work under tension for a longer period, and that is what drives real strength adaptation. Do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps on each leg. When this starts feeling easy, and it will within about a week, you can add a light ankle weight starting at 2 pounds and working up to 5 pounds over the 3-week period. A study from the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation found that adding just 3 to 5 pounds of resistance to hamstring curl exercises increased strength gains by 28% compared to body weight alone in adults over 50. Another way to progress is to slow the lowering phase down even further to a full 4 or 5 seconds. This technique, called tempo training, was shown in a 2020 study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research to produce equivalent strength gains to using much heavier weights, making it ideal for people who want to protect their joints while still making serious progress. One important detail is to keep your core tight and your standing legs slightly bent throughout the movement. A lot of people make the mistake of leaning forward or arching their back to compensate, and that takes the load off the hamstring completely. Think about standing tall like there is a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Do these on the same days as your calf raises and you have already built a foundation that addresses 2 of the biggest weak links in the aging lower body: the ankle complex and the knee stabilizers. Next up is a movement that fires up the biggest muscle in your entire body, and most people over 50 are barely using it. Before we go any further, make sure you're subscribed and give this video a like. The next item is where things get really interesting and the results may surprise you. Number 3, glute bridges. Add these tonight and feel the difference by morning. Your glutes are the powerhouse of your entire lower body. The gluteus maximus is actually the single largest muscle in the human body, and it is responsible for hip extension, pelvic stability, and keeping your entire spine properly aligned. But here is the problem. Modern life has essentially turned off this muscle for most people. Sitting for hours every day puts the glutes in a lengthened and inactive position, and over time, the brain literally stops sending strong signals to those muscle fibers. Researchers called this gluteal amnesia in a 2017 study in the Journal of Electromyography and Kinesiology found that adults who sit more than 6 hours a day had 35% lower glute activation during walking compared to active adults. That means even when you are moving, your glutes are barely showing up to work, which forces your lower back and knees to pick up the slack. Glute bridges fix this by directly retraining your brain to fire the glutes powerfully again. To do this exercise, you lie on your back on a mat or carpet with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Your arms rest at your sides with palms down. From this position, you push through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. At the top, you squeeze your glutes as hard as you possibly can for 2 to 3 seconds. Then you lower back down slowly. A study published in the Journal of Sports Science and Medicine in 2019 compared glute activation across 12 different lower body exercises in adults aged 50 to 68 and found that the glute bridge produced the highest glute activation of any exercise tested, even higher than lunges and leg presses. It activated 95% of the maximum voluntary contraction of the gluteus maximus. That is nearly full power from a movement you do lying on the floor. Aim for 3 sets of 15 repetitions. When that becomes manageable, progress to single-leg glute bridges, by extending one leg straight out while bridging on the other. This roughly doubles the load on the working glute. You can also place a book or a light weight on your hips to add resistance. One thing that makes a massive difference is foot placement. If your feet are too close to your backside, you will feel it mostly in your quads. If they are too far away, you will feel it in your hamstrings. The sweet spot is having your shins roughly vertical when your hips are at the top of the bridge. A 2020 study in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health found that adults over 50 who performed glute bridges 3 times per week for 4 weeks improved their walking speed by 14% and their chair stand test time by 19%. Those are functional improvements that translate directly into daily life. Doing dishes, carrying groceries, walking up a hill, getting out of a car, all of it gets easier when your glutes remember how to do their job properly again. The next movement is going to challenge your legs in a completely different way, and the research behind it is fascinating. Number 2, wall sits. Hold this position for 30 seconds and see what your legs can really do. Wall sits are an isometric exercise, which means your muscles are working hard, but your joints are not actually moving. And for adults over 50, especially those dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or old knee injuries, this is an absolute game changer. A landmark 2023 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine analyzed 270 different exercise trials and concluded that isometric exercises like the wall sit were the single most effective type of exercise for lowering blood pressure. Participants who did isometric holds saw an average reduction of 8.24 millimeters of mercury in systolic blood pressure and 4 millimeters of mercury in diastolic blood pressure. But the benefits go way beyond blood pressure. Wall sits fire up your quadriceps, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your deep core stabilizers all at once without any impact or shearing force on your knee joint. That is why physical therapists use them constantly for knee rehabilitation. To do a wall sit, you stand with your back flat against a wall and then walk your feet out about 2 feet from the base of the wall. Slowly slide your back down the wall until your thighs are roughly parallel to the floor or as close to parallel as you can comfortably get. Your knees should be directly above your ankles, not pushed forward over your toes. Press your entire back into the wall and hold that position. Start with 3 holds of 20 seconds each with 60 seconds of rest between them. That might not sound like much, but trust me, your legs will be talking to you by the second set. Over the 3 weeks, you want to gradually work up to 3 holds of 45 to 60 seconds. A 2019 study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that adults over 50 who performed progressive wall sits holds 3 times per week for 3 weeks improved their quadriceps strength by 18% and their dynamic balance scores by 23%. The reason wall sits are so effective is something called time under tension. When you hold a position without moving, your muscles cannot rely on momentum at all. Every single muscle fiber has to stay contracted the entire time. And that creates an incredibly strong training stimulus. One important cue is to breathe normally throughout the hold. A lot of people instinctively hold their breath during isometric exercises, and that can cause a dangerous spike in blood pressure, which defeats one of the main benefits. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth in a steady rhythm. If the standard wall sit feels too intense at first, simply do not slide down as far. Even holding at a quarter squat depth against the wall activates the same muscles just at a lower intensity, and you can gradually go deeper as your strength improves. The beauty of this exercise is that you can do it anywhere there is a wall, which means there is never an excuse to skip it. And now we arrive at the number 1 movement, the one that researchers have called the single most functional leg exercise for adults over 50. Number 1, step-ups. This is the one exercise you cannot afford to skip after 50. This is the one. Of all 5 movements on this list, the step-up has the strongest body of scientific evidence supporting its effectiveness for adults over 50, and the reason is simple. It mirrors the exact movement pattern that predicts whether an older adult will maintain their independence or lose it. Climbing stairs, stepping over obstacles, getting onto a curb, standing up from a low seat, all of these are variations of the step-up pattern. A pivotal 2020 study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy tracked 350 adults between the ages of 55 and 80 over a period of 5 years and found that the single best predictor of maintaining independent living was the ability to step up onto a 16-inch platform without assistance. Better than grip strength, better than walking speed, better than any other physical test they measured. The step up predicted independence with 87% accuracy. To perform this exercise, you need a stable step, a low bench, or even the bottom stair of a staircase. Start with a height of about 6 to 8 inches if you have not been active. Place your entire right foot on the step, making sure your whole foot is on the surface, not just the ball of your foot. Press through your right heel and stand all the way up onto the step, bringing your left foot up beside your right. Then step back down, leading with your left foot and controlling the descent slowly. That slow, controlled step down is critical because it trains your muscles eccentrically, which is the phase most associated with fall prevention. A 2018 study in the journal Age and Aging found that eccentric leg strength was 3 times more predictive of fall risk than concentric strength, meaning how well you control downward movement matters far more than how well you push upward. Do 3 sets of 10 repetitions on each leg, alternating legs each rep, or doing all reps on one side before switching. Over the 3 weeks, progress by increasing the height of the step in small increments, first to 10 inches, then to 12 inches. You can also hold light dumbbells or water bottles at your sides for added resistance. A 2021 randomized controlled trial published in BMC Geriatrics found that adults over 50 who did step-ups 3 times per week for just 3 weeks improved their overall lower body strength by 31%, their stair climbing speed by 27%, and their single leg balance time by no other single exercise in the study produced improvements across that many functional categories at once. The reason step-ups are so uniquely effective is that they train one leg at a time, which forces each leg to carry your full body weight independently. This eliminates the compensation patterns that happen during 2-legged exercises where your stronger leg quietly does more than its fair share. Every step up exposes and corrects that imbalance. One key technique point is to resist the temptation to push off with your bottom foot. The work should come entirely from the leg that is on the step. Think about pulling yourself up with that top leg rather than pushing off the ground. If balance is a concern, perform these next to a wall or railing until you feel confident. Start low, start slow, and build from there. Within 3 weeks, you will feel a difference in every single activity that involves your legs. So there you have it. 5 simple movements. No squats, no gym membership, no expensive equipment. Just proven science-backed exercises that can help you reclaim up to 80% of the leg strength you have been quietly losing. Start with 3 sessions per week, give your body a rest day between sessions, and trust the process. Your legs carried you through decades of life. It is time to give them the care they have earned. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss what is coming next. Thanks for watching.